So I was on a flight today from Grenada to Barbados, and it was going back to London. Now, if I was smart enough, I could have actually just booked a Virgin flight to Barbados, but it was going to charge like a lot of money. And I just found it was cheaper if I went Aer Lingus, either if it was Manchester or Dublin, but I had to go through Dublin this time, which is okay. I like Dublin. Doesn't bother me that, I spent 60 quid getting a train to Wales and then flew to Dublin. That doesn't bother me. It was only 15 quid to fly back to London from Dublin. Easy brainer, no brainer. But it's like, Barbados is okay. I like its transport system, even though it doesn't show up on Google Maps. As for price-wise, I never really complain much about prices. They use the Bayesian dollar here, but basically you can pay for stuff in American money, but it's basically just one American dollar buys you two Bayesian, just like in Belize. So I got a night here, and I just figured out in all my time of being in the Caribbean, in Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, Barbados, not Trinidad, didn't stay in Spain accommodation, St. Vincent and Grenada. It's cheaper if you stay in Airbnbs rather than hotels. Or there's always people on Booking.com listing apartments and places, and they tend to be much cheaper than all those chains of hotels. Like, I remember when I was in St. Vincent this week, I went to Kingstown, the capital, and I went to a place to have some breakfast, and I asked them if you had any rooms available for the night. I said, oh, sorry, we're booked out. I realized it was going to cost 90 quid a night. Now, I paid only about 36 quid, which is roughly 45 American dollars for that apartment in St. Vincent. But it wasn't always the best location to get to, because only vans go on the main roads. They're not going to drop you off at your apartment. They're not a taxi service, and let's not forget, taxi services all over the Caribbean are overpriced and expensive. And you'd only take a taxi service if you're in a last resort. Let's just say if you had to land at a stupid time in the evening and you had to get to your hotel before midnight, and there's no buses running, fuck it, you have to pay for the taxis. But you just bite the bullet.